I want to do a video on, well, this could be kind of myself. I want to try to, but to be similar to other people. One thing I have to say, I am weird. I admit that, not weird in a bad way. I am mentally strong, but everybody has something wrong with them in some type of way mentally. Some is better than others, some ain't so good than most, but a few things about me. I do have a speech defect. That's something I'm fine with. I do try to always improve myself, not just for my speech, but everything with me, physically, mentally, just to be a better person than I used to be in my teen years. We all have, I think, from my teen years. And yes, I do. One thing about me, I do have the Siamese thing. Siamese thing means you don't remember anything before 5, or you don't remember much before 5. And I might be multiple personality talented. And I think I don't have a split personality. But if it's true, it's more controlled now than when I was younger. Because I was aware of it, like my became age 10 or 11, like from 3rd grade to 4th grade. And yes, anytime when you become aware of something at first, no matter when, it's good to be scary at first. Stuff is scary at first. But you are human, and everybody got something to have their own fears and fears they have to face. But when you become aware of something, you want to improve on it, right? You just can't deny it and say it's... Well, basically the main point is you can't be in denial of something. Well, denial is okay. There's stuff we don't all know of ourselves, and that's okay. Because if we knew every single thing that happened or what we experienced in our lifetime, it would be too much for us to handle. Like we were going insane or death. Yes, death. You can't die of having so much stuff to deal with. I mean, not like something to stop you, but mentally, because you can't handle it. You get sick. All the stuff not all the stuff comes to you that you can handle will make you sick in a lot of ways, mentally and physically. A lot of ways, maybe eating disorder, or you just get sick, you can't keep anything down, or you just vomiting, depressed-wise, anxiety, everything. I mean, there's just so much you can handle, and some people do need help who might not be as mentally strong like most. Some might not even be that strong with stuff, and some people need medication to keep themselves stable. And there's nothing wrong with that. I usually have some doubts on medication. I don't have take medication for depression right now, but quite a few years ago I was on Verify for 8 months. I stopped taking it, but before I did, don't ever stop taking the depression pills without talking to your doctor first. It could be dangerous, what I heard. And I also did research. It takes a year for your body to get used to the depression. So, I mean, if the doctor says you could probably stop taking depression medication within a year, it probably ain't to do that much damage to you, like an underdose thing, whatever. Because I wanted to get something that was weaker. No, I was taking like 5 milligrams of it, and I increased it, like actually increased so I went to 10 milligrams. I lost quite a bit of weight, not the unhealthy weight, but my normal body weight is usually around 170, 175. I went down to 140. Like before that, I did have high cholesterol and high extra weight, so I just tried to cut out a lot of stuff, but you kind of have to keep a balance what your body gets, what your body takes and uptakes, like what you like to eat. Each, like, there's a diet thing, and there's also to do it as a new lifestyle to keep the habit of eating certain ways. But an eye food nutrition, my advice is, and this will have it with food counseling or food nutritional diet, you have to find what your balance is with certain type of food or what you drink or anything like that. Is everybody got their own balance and stuff. I was dealing with Milo Skippersic. I mean, well, you can't hear voices. Let's just say that. I don't hear voices now. Just screw that up. I'm totally fine. Not stressed. Not dealing with really high stress. But that was a high stress I was dealing with that time with a few other people as roommates, and I felt like I was in the middle of a big love triangle. Like me, I could deal with it. I didn't really want to get in the middle of it, but I felt like, oh crap, I could get killed or get beat up by these few other people who's like the same person that I got imminent with one time. And so yeah, it was still stressful, high stressful for a while. And just with the normal house stress here in Cinnamon, I can kind of used to it by now. But with that on top of that, it was definitely at home and work stuff too. So right now I don't look at it. I mean, there's not too much like control of me or what I can't handle. But it's always best trying to keep yourself balanced with your personal life and work life, your physical and mental health, and make sure you get enough rest. Keep physically active. Keep your mind occupied on something else besides being here. Some people like being here a lot. They do really good at like artists and stuff. Some people it's best not to be in here. It's just best to be out of the. Like, I never really drove myself insane. Not like, but I've been doing really good at being out of my own mind for the last decade or even longer than a decade, because I know I need to be out there. It's now it gets back to be. You could get traffic here. I mean, wait, if you try on stuff with yourself or you put on yourself too much, you get trapped in your head. And it's not good. It's not healthy. Not like I eat a healthy person myself, but it's not good to draw and stuff. Be up here too much. And yes, I have the OCD myself. I try to not be as much because I'm living in a small room, so it's hard to keep everything organized how I would like it to be, how I want it to be. So I try to at least keep it somewhat neat, somewhat I feel comfortable with. And another thing with like mental surgery stuff, the way you have your house or room is the way you are. So if you hold on to things from your life, then you become like a holder, so like a pet, like you keep everything, even stuff that's not really necessary to keep, but you want to keep it anyways. And that's what holders do. And if you just clutter person like have so much clutter and you're not really balanced with it, then your room will be all clutter, like mess, like clothes over, things over. I'm a bit cluttered in my room, so I somewhat clutter with things, but somewhat organized for myself. So I try to keep my room somewhat organized, so I can be somewhat organized for myself. Yes, I admit I probably don't keep stuff clean all the time, like my room or the upstairs part where I am, but when I do have time, I do try to keep up on it. Even like that could be something that could get to you mentally because you're not keeping stuff, your home clean or your room clean, so you all mess up inside of you too because you're overwhelmed and you can't keep up on something with your personal stuff and your mental stuff because it's just all messy, all crowded up. So it's best to keep a balance, like in your home, room, wherever, along with your mental and personal and physical life stuff. I won't get too much into that. Yeah, when I was younger, I was really more selfish with that. Like, it's all me, not you. You don't understand. Stop helping me because you're making things worse. We all finally probably still are. Our lives is getting out of control, so we feeling like we're heading in that direction. But if you just take one step at a time and focus on the little important things that need to be taken care of, focus on those things first, and move slowly, and eventually you become better with the other things. I'm not saying your things become easier, but it become more easy to manage if you focus on the smaller things first. To keep your mind away from the stuff you can't deal with at that time, but don't push it aside. Don't just push it out of your life. It would need to be dealt with at some point, but don't try to deal with it all yourself because a lot of stuff people go through, you can't. Not one person can deal with everything themselves. You need help sometimes, or ask for help, or you can just help someone else help. My point is, you might get the help you need from them, from helping them out, and learn what you need to improve yourself with. And I admit that I'm a person that gets easily activated, but I've been trying to improve myself on that lately. And I get easily activated, so one of those people that flip my time, if something just activates me, I have to learn from it, try to deal with it the best you can, become strong on it, and somehow try to find a way to get past it, or try to improve it. There's quite a few things I might not be able to get all the way over. I don't got mental blocks. Probably a couple. Some mental blocks you can never get over, but you can become strong on them. I got strong on a lot of my mental blocks because when I was younger, I might seem like I was really slow. Or something. It's not like I was really slow. I just had quite a few mental blocks that was getting in the way. But now I keep picking up on stuff a lot better, learning a lot quicker, and things I'm a quick learner with, without those mental blocks getting in the way as much. And becoming physically stronger through the work kind of helps a lot. Because I don't feel as anxiety does people. I feel more safer with my surroundings. I mean to say, that how I get more comfortable with myself is being more physically stronger with myself. If I'm more physically stronger, I don't feel as scared around certain people. That was most of my problem when I was younger because there's some stuff that I'm like, and there's some minute blocks there, but someone is back stronger than me. I feel like I danger, I might just do something wrong and all of a sudden I get myself in a dangerous situation and I can't defend myself. So, not like I fight, but I just feel like if I'm strong enough I can defend myself. Usually I will try to step back, take a deep breath and calm myself down and try to get away with activating me and try to calm back down, get more real-minded. And Another thing it's not good to do, and I do this quite a bit myself, and I still do sometimes. It's not good to overthink stuff a lot. Just because something happened, these other people are activating you or other things, doesn't mean you could just blame them for it because it's easier to blame them for what they did. Or not what they did, but it's easier to blame them because this is something wrong with in your life. So you think they have something to do with it because they activate you or they talk around with certain things that they do know about. Just because they might have done those things in the past, it doesn't mean they've done those wrong things that bug you. Just because you had issues with that stuff with them, and this really annoying you, well, if it's going on, doesn't mean they're connected. I mean, they might be, might not be, but you can't just assume they are. Just because it's the easiest way. Sometimes the easiest way isn't always the best. Sometimes you have to take that hard path instead of the easy path. Just because the easy path is easier, sometimes you have to do things a little bit harder. Might take a little bit longer, might not be as fast, but stuff eventually gets worked out. You can try to stop here